Hi everyone, today I want to show off Torchlight Infinite. This is a game that you might have seen already here and there on my channel. I had made some uploads in the past already here and there, for example for the new season launches, and recently I've also been playing it on my stream for the latest release, Outlaw season. So this has been a really fun experience so far, and I might actually go in and do more. And I want to show you what this is all about. I also want to highlight that this is a sponsored video, so thank you to XD, the makers of Torchlight Infinite, for sponsoring this video, but I do have to say it was a ton of fun, so let's dive into it. First things first, if you don't know anything about Torchlight Infinite, this is a free-to-play ARPG that works on PC and mobile with crossplay, so you can play your same account and same characters on the go or at home, which is pretty cool. And since my channel is about ARPGs, I guess most of you are familiar with the genre. It's very easy to find your way into this game, get started. It has a lot of really beginner-friendly mechanisms in the game. For example, there are loot filters. You can follow a build guide directly in the game. You can check out the leaderboards. You can check out builds that other people are using. Tons of quality of life stuff in there, which makes the experience very smooth. But don't be fooled. This game is not just about face rolling your way to victory. There are actually a lot of high-end challenges and lots of character building, progression, and complexity built in that make it a very fun experience from start to finish. And you get to test your mettle against some really cool bosses later in the endgame. One topic that I want to be clear about is that there is some pay to win in this game, but I don't think it really is so impactful. This is not like Diablo Immortal style pay to win where you get ridiculous power and the only way to progress is, opening your wallet basically. I think Torchlight Infinite has a very good free-to-play experience. You can do everything in the game free-to-play. You are not restricted by anything. It's mostly for the really end-game min-maxing, I would say, where this really matters, and for the really high-end blasters. But you can definitely complete everything in the game. This game also has a battle pass system where season by season you can pay a small sum and you actually get a lot of value out of that, like a lot of little perks, lots of unlocks and stuff like that. And also they recently introduced, for example, some free legendary pack spirit pulls as a permanent addition to all future seasons. So you can actually unlock all the stuff as well, just kind of slower. So especially if you play this game over long periods of time, over multiple seasons, you can actually unlock a lot of stuff, even completely free to play. Now let's talk about what this season update actually entails. Similar to other RPGs out there, Torchlight Infinite comes out with a new patch and a new mechanic every few months, resetting your progress and allowing you to experience the game in a new way. And this is no exception. So in this season, as an outlaw, you are hijacking the Tower Corporation transports, and a ton of these monsters spawn. You try to kind of catch them all, and you can earn special currency called Tower Coins. And with those, you can eventually build up to a huge heist kind of experience where you break into the vault and try to extract huge rewards in a high risk, high reward scenario. As you play through the season experience, you can actually rank up your wanted rating, which makes the encounters more intense, but also more rewarding. So as you go, you have to complete more and more of these encounters, and then eventually have this end game vault robbery going on as well. Personally, I have to say, compared to last season's mechanics, the Sandlord theme, I find this one more exciting. There's a lot of action, it's very fast-paced, and you just try to get as much out of it as you can in as little time as possible, which is pretty fun. As you upgrade your character in the endgame, you can also unlock special bounty missions that allow you to upgrade your crime rating and get even higher risk, even higher reward out of the season theme. So when your character becomes more powerful, you can juice it up. But the seasonal mechanic is obviously not the only thing new in this update. There are tons of other improvements, both for build diversity, the gameplay, and quality of life. For example, they have just introduced a bunch of new high-end crafting tools in order to customize your build even further in late game. They've also improved the experience in the trade house this season, where you can buy and sell pretty much everything in the game. So it's very easy to find the right item at the right price for you. Another nice quality of life feature that they introduced is that you can now recycle or salvage items directly from your inventory, so you don't have to go back to town and talk to vendors all the time. And they have upgraded the loot filter system. So not only can you use one of the predefined loot filters directly in the game, but you can also either make your own or take one from someone else. And you can now also introduce your own custom sounds to the filter as well. One cool feature in this game is that there's actually a built-in training dummy and DPS meter. So while you're in town, you can actually just go here, and try out what you can do with a hero, and for example also see what are the choices that you made, how impactful are they actually improving your character or not, and it's always easy to kind of gauge what an update actually did for you. But what I just explained is just the tip of the iceberg, really. For example, every season, including this one, they introduce a new hero or a new alternate version of a hero, and there's actually a lot of different characters to choose from here these days, so you have plenty of different playstyles available for your liking. For example, this season's update brought us Rosa 2, which is based on stacking mana and dealing lots of elemental damage and then spreading it to the area around you. And they reworked the Zealot of War Carino, which is now less clunky and more consistent to play. Not all of these characters might be unlocked the first time you start out, but you can unlock them permanently as you play through the seasons and collect these hero emblems. Or for example, you get the battle pass, and that usually gives you access to everything. But as you can imagine, with over 20 different heroes available, there are a ton of different playstyles available. Melee, ranged, casters, minions, everything is there and in multiple fashions even. So there's always something exciting to try. Not only that, but then you can also customize the appearance of a hero and your skills and actually look exactly the way you want. There really are a lot of cool options available, so if you want to look extremely fancy, you can definitely do that. All in all, I have to say I had a ton of fun with this update in Torchlight Infinite, and I'm actually likely to go back and blast some more, just to see some more of the endgame this time around. And if you're intrigued to try out the game for yourself, you can go find the link down in the description or in the pinned comment. As I mentioned earlier, it's a free-to-play game. You can jump in at no risk and just try it out and see how you like it. If you like what you saw in this video and you want to try it out for yourself and maybe even play the same build that I played, then you can also just follow that in-game directly, as I mentioned earlier in the intro. So I have created my own custom hero code that basically is a snapshot of my character as I was progressing. I have one from level 80 and one from level 85 where I did some adjustments. So you can kind of see how that works. Since I didn't use a guide for this, I just played my favorite character, Carino Lethal Flash, and started blasting. But maybe you want to play something similar. So I'll put that code down in the description and you can just use it directly in-game to follow along. There's a lot of stuff to discover. This game has a very long progression curve, but you can just take it easy and learn it step by step. And no single system is really all too complicated. And with that, I hope you enjoyed my overview of the new Outlaw season for Torchlight Infinite. Again, thank you to XD for sponsoring this video, and see you guys next time.